Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation, looking at the work of Duncan Exley on social mobility. Duncan Exley's book, The End of Aspiration, Social Mobility and Our Children's Fading Prospects, looks into the intricate landscape of social mobility in the United Kingdom and illustrates the barriers that hinder the progress of individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds. Exley is a prominent advocate for social equality and, as former director of the Equality Trust, uses a combination of statistical analysis, personal narratives and policy critique to illustrate the current state of social mobility and the multifaceted challenges that it faces. Exley establishes the idea that social mobility in the UK has been declining. He points to various studies and datasets that highlight how opportunities for upward mobility have stagnated or even regressed in recent decades. This counters the idealistic notion that the UK is a meritocracy, where hard work and talent are the sole determinants of success. By presenting concrete evidence, Exley underscores the persistent nature of class divisions into the limited scope for individuals to move beyond the socioeconomic status they were born into. A significant portion of Exley's work is dedicated to exploring the structural inequalities that underpin the social mobility crisis. He discusses the pervasive impact of economic disparities, educational inequities, and geographic disparities. He explains how children born into low-income families face a multitude of hurdles that their more affluent peers do not, such as attending underfunded schools, lacking access to extracurricular activities, and living in areas with fewer employment opportunities. These structural barriers create a self-reinforcing cycle of poverty and limited mobility, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to change their socioeconomic status. Education is a central theme in Exley's analysis. He critiques the education system for perpetuating inequality rather than alleviating it. Exley examines how access to quality education is often determined by socioeconomic status, with wealthier families able to afford private schooling or moving to areas with better state schools. Exley argues for a more equitable distribution of educational resources and a greater support for schools in disadvantaged areas to level the playing field. He highlights the discrepancies in funding, teacher quality and extracurricular activities between schools serving affluent communities and those in deprived areas, calling for systemic reforms to address these gaps. Exley uses the concept of cultural and social capital, referring to the non-economic resources that contribute to an individual's social mobility. These include networks, norms and values that are often transmitted through family and social connections. Children from affluent backgrounds typically have greater access to these forms of capital, giving them an edge in navigating educational and professional landscapes. Exley emphasises the importance of mentorships, internships and other opportunities that are more readily available to children from higher socioeconomic backgrounds, arguing that expanding access to these resources is crucial for promoting social mobility. A critical aspect of Exley's work is its examination of policy failures that have exacerbated social immobility. Exley critiques various government initiatives and policies that have fallen short of addressing the root cause of inequality. Exley offers a range of recommendations aimed at fostering a more inclusive society. These include policy measures to increase funding for early childhood education, reforms to the tax system to reduce income inequality, and initiatives to improve affordable housing. Exley argues for a holistic approach to policy making that considers the interconnectedness of various social factors and prioritises long-term investments in human capital. Exley emphasises the moral and economic imperatives of addressing social immobility. He argues that a society where social mobility is attainable for all is not only fairer but also more prosperous and cohesive. He examines the long-term economic benefits of investing in human capital and reducing inequality, suggesting that such investments would lead to a more skilled workforce, increased productivity and greater social stability. He draws connections between social mobility and broader societal issues such as crime rates and health disparities, illustrating the far-reaching consequences of inequality. Exley's critique of current policies and his recommendations offer a roadmap for creating a more equitable society. It challenges the assumptions about meritocracy and considers the impact of structural inequalities on individuals' lives. By presenting both statistical evidence and qualitative data, Exley makes a powerful case for the urgent need for comprehensive policy reforms and societal changes to ensure that aspiration and hard work can lead to upward mobility, irrespective of an individual's socio-economic background. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation, looking at the work of Duncan Exley on social mobility. Thanks for watching.